Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today for the Fitchburg Star, our star, Kimberly. I have that worked in every time now that I introduce you, by the way, so it's never going away. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, yes, it's your star reporter.
Hi.
I sound so defeated.
Right out of the gate. If I can make you blush just a little bit, that's what I'm going for here, just to get you going right away. All right, Kimberly, we just had the budget this past week, got unanimous approval. What are some of the things, takeaways that you saw from this year's budget talks?
Yeah. So yes, at the very end, we had a unanimous approval. We had definitely a calmer council than we had earlier in the night. If you were watching earlier in the night, long before they actually approved the budget, it got very, very tense at points. And there was definitely, between all of the alders, there was some lecturing going on. There was frustration, some crying. So the fact that we got a unanimous budget out of it at the end is definitely a different tone than what the meeting was previously. But so really the meeting was really set up to be a battle of interests between the two District 2 alders. So if you look at the amendments, it was very clear that Alder Julia Arata was very focused on getting resources, in particular staff, for the police department. Funny enough, one of the amendments that actually passed after going into reconsideration has been proposed as an amendment even as long as 2 years ago. So that was definitely her rationale, was that the fire department has kind of gotten its staff resources kicked down for many years, and so she wanted to bring those back. And then on the other side, Alder Gabriella Gerhardt, a lot of her amendments were focused on sustainability, particularly in environment. So one of her big ones was she wanted to have the city create an environmental sustainability plan. So basically, as the city looks forward, how does it build sustainability into everything it does to prepare for the effects of climate change, to hopefully reduce the effects of climate change in this area. Obviously, the city of Fitchburg can't solve climate change, but the idea was to at least have the city be more prepared. And there are a couple of amendments that went towards trying to fund some of those things. So that's how it was kind of set up on Tuesday night. We got to a kind of a consensus towards the end of the meeting where Julia got a little bit of what she wanted, and Gabriella got a little bit of what she wanted. A lot of the amendments were voted for and broken on a mayoral tie breaker vote. Obviously, Aaron likes his budget and wants to keep it the same. So there was one or two tiebreaker votes for an amendment that Aaron did vote for. So, but yeah, you basically had throughout the night very much a split council. But we will get some things like reclassifying 3 firefighters into lieutenants, which was actually approved back in 2017. So you only had to wait 5 years to get what you were told you could have. We got the sustainability plan for the city. I think those were the 2 really big wins on each for each District 2 alder. So, but otherwise we're about 2,000-ish away from the levy limit, and Misty knows the actual number. So I'm very sorry, Misty. I just gave an estimate. But so there's a little bit of wiggle room left in this budget, and a little bit more than previous years. So, but otherwise the budget is ready, good to go, and there will be city services in 2022. So did they give you a big raise, Jeremy?
No, yeah, I think that sums it up. I think it goes up 3.15%, if I remember right, for the average taxpayer. And Misty did
about $80.
$80, correct?
Yep, $80 on an average home. So
I think it's $1,000 per I think, well, I can look up the number here if you
Yeah.
give me a second. I'll come back to that. Either way, that information, as Kimberly mentioned, Misty will go back, work with the state, and finalize the numbers. And those will come out here shortly. And then the tax bills come out in mid-December, because I know you're all waiting for that to come up. So just the
Merry Christmas.
yeah, that's kind of, it's always, but CIP, budget, taxes. That's the way it rolls. So that'll be coming out soon. All right. Also had comp plan talk as well. Tell us what you learned.
Yeah, so a little bit of background. So St. Ambrose, it was previously housed at St. Thomas Aquinas in Madison and has been going around looking for a new school site. They tried in Verona, and not to mince words here, they miserably failed at getting a place in Verona. And so they then came to the city of Fitchburg, and there was a parcel of land where they were like, okay, well, then it was already reserved for school institutions sort of development. And so they said, well, we don't need all of this. We just need a piece of this. And so a lot of that extra acreage around is going to be turned into Viridian housing development. So they proposed this on Tuesday night to the council, where they've got a mix of multifamily housing and then a mix of different price points of housing, so that you're not just building a development that has all $500,000 houses and there's not a lot of room for other people. So you've got some houses that are a little bit more affordable, first home for people who are looking to spend around $350,000. And then you have those higher cost homes that are kind of reaching into the 750 like thousand range. So it's a big development. And so it'll be built at least based on what they have as their timeline, it'll be built over the next 6 or so years if all of the approvals go through. So yeah, Fitchburg could get another new school, and then some more housing stock in the like south central area of Fitchburg. So if you're looking to move to Fitchburg and want to build a house, great time to look. So
yeah, a lot coming up here. We'll keep looking for those details as it comes up. We also got a couple of other things happening too. You got Quick Trips still on its way, and Edgewood College sports, they call this healthy sports facility, but however it is written down, that's also in the works.
Yeah, so this is really just a looking ahead, knowing what other kind of development is coming. So Quick Trip sounds like it's still moving ahead with its plans. So that was not on the agenda for this last meeting, but it will be going to Plan Commission. So if you're interested with how the Quick Trip is going to turn out and how it's going to look, et cetera, it'll be at Plan Commission later this month, and it'll come back to council. And so if you're interested in that, you can kind of figure out what's going on with that. For the people who don't know, it's going to be along South Saint Road. So, and then we've also heard a lot about the Edgewood development. It sounds like they are looking to get that added into the urban service area. This was a little bit of a complication a few years ago when they were trying to finalize a redo of, oh my goodness, I'm blanking at it, but it's that nice big plan that determines where all of the zoning is going to be. It's a comprehensive plan. There we go. When they wanted to put that in the comprehensive plan for future development, one of the large snags was that it was not in the urban service area. And so now they're looking at bringing that into the urban service area south of Lacey Road. So that'll be a pretty big step forward. If they are able to get past Lacey Road south and get that in the urban service area, that'll be a pretty big step forward for them. So, so yeah, lots of development coming. We can make this a 30-minute show if we talked about development, but honestly, I think there are some people in the city who are more qualified to talk about that anyways. But yeah, if there's a few development projects that interest you, there's definitely some coming down the pipeline. So
All right, Kimberly, we appreciate your time as always. If people want to learn more about these stories and others, where can they find you at?
Yeah, they can go to fitchburgstar.com. I'll just give the same reminder I've been giving for a few months now. We have new websites. So if you have a bookmark on your Chrome that, takes you to the Fitchburg Star, you're going to need to redo that because it is a different website now. So make sure if you're going to the Fitchburg Star for the first time in a few months, retype in fitchburgstar.com and it'll get you right there. So we've got newsletters and we update it as much as we can. So
perfect. All right. Well, I will not see you before Thanksgiving again. So have a good Thanksgiving. And I'm thankful that you're able to join us.
Oh, thank you. I'm thankful that you put up with me every 2 weeks. So
well, may look like it, but it is what it is.
When the camera stopped rolling.
Yeah,
it's a different story.
It's over. All right. Thank you so much, Kimberly. We'll talk soon. All right, we'll take a quick break. More to come. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.